So here's a fun fact. I have never been employed in a 9-to-5 job, and I've always done my own business. I've always been self-employed. And for me, that was perfect because I'm a very freedom and independent loving person, and I like to work on my own pace. And I also like to put my energy where I want to put it to and not work for someone else's ideas or vision. And for me, that has worked very perfectly. However, this is not for everyone because being self-employed brings a whole lot of spectrum of difficulties and also obstacles on the way, but for me this was always worth it. So I suppose you clicked on that video because you might be interested in leaving your 9-to-5 job or becoming self-employed or at least more independent in whatever you're doing, or maybe even starting a whole company for yourself. So in that case, this video is for you, and we will go through the lens of human design and check what is it that we can see that is important for you, or what are some things that you need to take care of, but then also go into actionable steps or into strategies on how you can make it happen. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Leandra. I'm a human design expert, but I also work in the holistic health field. And if you would like to work with me, then you can find all the links for that down below. And I would always suggest to have your chart here and ready, and you can find that on my app Era, which is for free, and you can download it also on the link down below. So the first question that you need to ask yourself, and you maybe have already done that, is am I a person who likes to work in a 9-to-5, or is the independent work or is a freelancer job or making my own business more suitable for me? So I will say from the beginning, it is not for everyone, because some people really like the structure, they like security, they actually like what they're doing with a lot of other people or having someone else to tell them what to do every day. So there's not a lot of responsibility maybe, and having the safety of having a monthly income or knowing that it's a safe, whatever that means, a safe job for them. However, if you're more of a freedom-loving person, if you like to go on your own rhythm, if you like to also take over responsibility, then it might not be for you, and you might go better just being your own boss and doing the things that you like. And also, if you have a clear vision of what you want to do with your life, if you maybe have all of these ideas that you want to bring into the world, then also it might be a little bit more difficult to realize that in a 9-to-5 job where someone else is the boss. So let's look at all the different types and how you can maybe already figure out if you are stuck at the moment or what you could do in order to change that. So a manifestor is very rarely, in my experience, happy in a 9-to-5 job, because they really like to be the boss. They like to have their own ideas and inspiration that they bring into the world. And they like a high level of freedom and independence. So if you are a manifestor, you might go really well with being your own boss and doing your own thing. However, I have also seen examples that a manifestor can thrive if they have given a lot of responsibility and a lot of freedom in their 9-to-5, and where they can kind of do their own thing or act and navigate in a more free spectrum. But for most manifestors, it feels better to make their own thing. A similar thing counts for the manifesting generator, who also have that immense sense of freedom, and they like to be responsible for their own way of doing things. And also, they need a lot of freedom in all the different things that they like to do. So if you're a manifesting generator, most likely you will kind of feel stuck as well in a 9-to-5, especially if it's boring and it doesn't give you the freedom to do all the different things that you want to do. Whereas the generator can actually function quite well if they have found the job that they like. So for a generator, it's always super important that you feel energized and that you feel activated by whatever you're doing. And if you have found that in a 9-to-5, then you can thrive actually here in your position, because you love what you do and it gives you energy. However, often that is not the case, unfortunately. So if you're a generator, and I'm a generator myself, you need to find the field of expertise that you like, and that might be something that you want to start on your own. So being self-employed with whatever you love and with whatever gives you a lot of energy. If you are projector, in a 9 till 5, you can often tend to feel very, very exhausted and feel overworked, because you go best if you work by quality, not by quantity of the work. And if you get recognized and seen for your skills and talents. So one thing that could happen in a 9 till 5 is that you completely burn out at one point because you just do too much, and that's why it's not suited best for you. And the other reason is that you're maybe not seen enough and you feel not valued, or you feel not recognized for the talents and the skills that you hold. So then also being self-employed could be great for you, so you can actually thrive with whatever you're here to bring to the world. And for the reflector, it is often that they need a lot of movement, and they need a lot of change of location, and they want to flow around, and they need a lot of time to actually make decisions. So in a 9 till 5, especially if it's a very stressful one, you can feel very forced to make very fast decisions in the moment, which will actually get you away from your original energy and is not beneficial for you. Also, you might want to change up the scenario. You want to change the environment from time to time to see and taste different locations, different people. And in a 9 till 5, that might be quite difficult to navigate. However, with all of these individualities that we're bringing already as types, it is possible to find that in the 9 till 5. However, you might find yourself trapped in exactly that spot where I was just talking about. Also, when we look at profile, if you have a 1 in your profile, you might go really well with a 9 till 5 because you like safety, you like stability. The same counts for the 4. When you have a 4 in your profile, you like a solid connection with other people. So having always the same colleagues around you, having the same social network around you might be very beneficial. And you can find that maybe in a 9 till 5 that gives you the safety, that gives you the stability of that. However, if you have a 3 in your profile or a 6 in your profile, you might tend to be a little bit more of a free spirit, and you like a little bit more of a change or adventure, and you probably like to have it switched up a little bit more. You need a little bit more excitement, a little bit more stimulation. And I'm a 6-3 profile, so I definitely can resonate with that. I need adventure, I need change, I need just diverse people that I work with, or diverse environments, or sometimes need to just be able to leave and go travel. So this is something, if you have a 3 or a 6 in your profile, that might be important for you, and therefore being self-employed could be a better choice for you. So if you have now figured out if 9 till 5 is suited for you, or if you maybe rather want to be self-employed or do your own thing, and you've come to that conclusion, let's look at the action steps that we can take that you actually might really leave your 9 till 5 and come into your own independence. The first thing that you need to ask yourself is, what kind of lifestyle do I want to have? I was just explaining to you the kind of lifestyle that I want. So for me, it's super important that I can work from home a big amount of time, because I have Cave's environment, and Cave just love being home or working from home. So that was one really important factor for me. I don't want to be out all day. I don't want to be in other locations all day. I like it for a short amount of time, but I want to do a big amount of time from home. The other big thing for me was that I want to be able to also travel, and that for several months in the year. So that is another big factor that I want to integrate in my life. So these two factors already will determine what kind of work is possible for me, or how do I need to change my surroundings or my environment in order to make this happen. So ask yourself, what are the important things for me that I need for my lifestyle that I want to see come to fruition in also my workspace. So if you're a person that constantly likes to be out and about with other people, you might want to adjust your lifestyle or whatever you're planning to that. If you're a person who constantly wants to travel as a digital nomad, you might want to choose a job where you want to make yourself independent with, that allows you that and allows you to work online. So write down what are my lifestyle choices that are super important for me, and then being able to build the life around that, so it is possible for you to do that with your work. The next thing is that you actually need to make the choice to make that decision, because so many people constantly postpone the decision, say, oh, maybe next year, maybe after, maybe someday in the future. Make a date for yourself when you want to have left your 9 till 5 and when you actually want to start your business. So that really helps you to stay accountable and also work your way towards that. And it doesn't need to be today, it doesn't need to be next week. You can take all the time that you need, but make the decision for yourself, because you will see that is going to change something in your mindset as well, where you actually take the steps and work your way towards that. And asking yourself, how fast can you make the transition? If you still need to learn a lot of skills in order to make the job or start the business that you want, it might not be tomorrow, but it might take years from now, and that is totally okay. However, making the decision and really being clear about that for yourself is the biggest step that you can do for your mindset, so you will stay accountable. The next thing that you need to ask yourself is, what value can I bring? So what can I offer to the world? And in my case, that was very clear. It was human design, but also the holistic health field. I do hypnosis, Reiki, sound, etc. So that is my USP. That is what I can bring to the world. So if you don't know yet what that could be, start to become clear on what value you may be already providing and how it can serve others. Because if you want to be self-employed or do your own business, you obviously need to offer something. You need value. And this is what you need to ask yourself. And then also, maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you say, oh, I want to be an astrologer, but maybe you're not really professional at astrology yet. You just know your own chart. So that is when you should take the course or read yourself more into it or read the books, so you can offer more value, so you can become more present with whatever you got to offer. So asking yourself, what value can I provide and what are the necessary steps I need to take to get there? So I'm a hypnosis teacher as well, so I obviously needed to take the certification for that. I needed to take the courses for that. It doesn't come by zero. So taking the courses and investigating what else do I need in order to provide my service, in order to provide my value to the world. And once you have done that, it is super important that you internally shift your identity around whatever you want to create. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, you need to tell yourself that you are a YouTuber. So really being very focused and being very clear about what you want to create, and then hang around with the right people. Maybe watch YouTube yourself and see what other people that are successful on YouTube and how can I feel myself into that role? How can I become more present with that? If you want to open up a yoga studio space or become a yoga instructor who's self-employed or who offers their own retreats, spend time in yoga studios, talk with people about it, or be on a retreat yourself. So you need to immerse yourself into the cycles or into the people, with the people together, that field where you want to go to as well. So that will help you shift your identity and shift your mindset to getting more in touch, first of all, with the people, but then also understanding and realizing and integrating it more and more to yourself. So that is a super important step to come closer to your goal and understand more how the industry works and understand more what is your role that you want to take as well within this spectrum where you want to work. So the more you can already feel it, the more you can identify yourself with it, the more it will become your reality in a faster way. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, already telling that you are a YouTuber, already that will change your mindset, that will change your reality, that you identify yourself with being a YouTuber, and that will help you manifest that reality more quickly as well. And then last but not least, really embodying whatever you're here to bring to the world. So as we said before, really already talking about it, telling your friends that you are a YouTuber, that you hold retreats, that you are a yoga instructor, and really slowly to integrate that also into your everyday life. So starting to record these videos or starting to do your own yoga sequences or whatever else you want to do or want to create, really start to put that into action, to integrate it slowly into your everyday life. And if you still have another job at the side, which is totally fair, then slowly start to make more time for whatever you want to construct, because the more you do it, the better obviously you become, and the more you will take on that identity that helps you to get there. So let me recap. The first thing is asking yourself, what kind of lifestyle do you want to have, and then creating that for you. The second thing is really making the decision for yourself and setting a clear date by when you want to have achieved that. And the third one is being very clear on what you can offer and what you still need to do in order to fulfill that offer. The next one is surround yourself in the environments and with the right people that can help you get there and can help you embody that version more. And the last thing is really starting to identify with that version of you and integrating it into the subtle little things in your everyday life. So I hope that helped you to find more clarity on if you want to leave your 9 till 5 and how to actually do it. So let me know in the comments if that helped you and what other themes you want to know. If you're still here, you might consider subscribing to my channel or even becoming a member, because there you get early access or access to more videos, more resources. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to hear more videos. So I'm sending you so much love, and bye. See you next time.